Hi, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. We're going to do a tag. It's Halloween season, and this is going to be a Tag That Bit Me, and this is from Galaxy Dreamer Tarot, also known as Lovely Orshi, and it was one that they put out for their channelversary, and it was a tag to celebrate their channelversary, based on one which had been done by Aries Witchcraft, and this one was in a similar vein. So this is celebrating a deck that Galaxy Dreamer has put out into Make Playing Cards domain for us to purchase and use, and I do have it. It is an Oracle deck. I've used it a few times on my channel. I've shown it quite a few times. It is a great one for using. It's got some really good keywords on it, but it's just a nice little, I mean, you can use it for all sorts of things really, just to wrap up your reading, to use for like a heading if you want to create a spread with these types of keywords. You could do that if you didn't know what to pull a card on, so you could pull one of these as your main keyword for your tarot practice. So there's plenty of things you can do. This is the, do they call, I think you call this bridge size, so like playing card size, a bit smaller than playing card size. Maybe no, this is playing card size, isn't it? So what everyone calls bridge size. We call it playing card size. That's why I don't know what you call it. So it's smaller than a normal tarot. So it fits in the hand quite nicely. And yeah, it's a great size. It's on normal cardstock from Make Playing Cards, so it's got a good flex and bend and a nice shuffle to it, for anyone wondering. So I've put the prompts into my journal. Let's quickly run through them. So we're going to be looking at the brain. Use it, a witty deck that forces you to see beyond meanings. We're going to use new rules, introducing something new in your practice, a community deck that make you feel part of the conversation, learning, a deck that taught you the most, inside threat, one that highlights your BS, shadow and ego sides, the outside threat, one that alerts you to outside influences, chaos, the deck that occupies space and needs time to unpick the reading, 8, a deck that you need the guidebook for to understand the cards due to its complexity, point of view, a deck that brings a different viewpoint to the reading, sign, a deck that gives you symbols or signs that you understand or see in everyday life. So that could be one personal to you that nobody else sees the same thing in. Clarity, a deck that gives you clear answers. 12, denial, the deck that you use because you love it but have no idea what it says. You know, the ones your alter self really wants to use, those decks. Treat, a deck you treated yourself to. Having fun, a deck that makes you smile when you use it. And real peace, a deck that calms you. Okay, let's see whether or not we can answer a lot of these. Now, you don't have to have a deck for every prompt here. You can circle back and use the same deck. I think Tammy Pie is doing one where she's using, is it the Spirit Keeper's Tarot from Benabel Wen? And she's taking tags like this and she's going through and using cards from the deck or explaining why the deck fits each prompt. And that's a really nice way of doing it as well. So I don't want you to feel like you can't do this if you don't have A, this deck, or B, that deck. But you can certainly do it with one deck and tell us why it fits X, Y, and Z prompts. So do join in, absolutely. Let's move this out of the way. Let's get going. So the first one, I've just lost all my prompts. Beautiful. Just 1 second. So we are looking at, so I have the cards here ready to go. So if I put them to one side, so looking at the brain, use it. The witty deck that forces you to see beyond meanings. I choose Sassy Dragons, Not for Work, Not Safe for Works edition. It's witty. I think this one fits the bill. It's witty, does help you to see slightly beyond the meanings of the cards. 5 of Cups, don't cry over A-hats. Allow yourself to grieve what was lost. Remember, there are things that still remain. The Justice card, the Fafo card. Actions come with consequences. It's time to face the music. Absolutely. Nothing's a problem when your BFF can rip their face off. Anything is possible when you believe in yourself. Strength card. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling effed? Time to un-F yourself. Reach out for help. Support is closer than you realise. That's always true with the Five of Pentacles, because that one always looks like such a sad, lonely card, isn't it? Oh, let's see what we have here. Four of Cups. Quit bitching and appreciate what you've got. Acknowledge the root of your discontent and address it. So yeah, this one. Okay, so new values, introducing something new in my practice. It's not like massively new, but new to me. And that is using Lenormand in my practice. I don't think it's going to last, to be very honest with you. So, just plug Patrick Windsor. So, Lenormand deck. I've been trying to add this into my readings and then try to reflect, come back later, as you would when you're learning any system, really. Come back later and see if what I thought my keywords were for that set of cards in the morning related in the evening. And the answer is, I don't like the system. I don't know what to say. It doesn't work. My brain can't take it. There's just too many nuances, too many subject matters, way too much. I'm doing it the Rana George book, study book. Yeah, I might as well be studying a degree, trying to read that. Or Lenormand in particular, Lenormand, okay, not just Rana George. I'm not dissing Rana George, she's an excellent teacher, but the Lenormand in particular, I don't know. I've got a couple of decks. These ones more for the art and the beauty, and I think I'll just leave it there with my Lenormand collection, but that's what's new in my collection. So that answers that one. Next question, community deck. So the deck that made me feel part of the conversation for community is the out of print Tarot of Vampires. It will come back into print at some point, so don't go rushing out to buy it. Just wait for it to repurpose. I think it would just be reboxed, repackaged. And the Phantasmagoria book is the reason why, because this book is packed with information, and it bridges the gaps between RWS and other systems, Thoth mainly. Okay, and this book is the whole point to the deck. The deck art is not really many people's cup of tea, but as I say, it was the guidebook. You may find people that have got backup copies of this deck that don't want the second guidebooks, that are happy to get rid of their guidebooks. But equally, this deck is my cup of tea, and I just really enjoy using it, especially coming into the darker months and fitting my moody style. Because when I turn moody, trust me, I turn moody. You don't want to be around me. I don't want to be around myself. So this one, I do actually really appreciate the artwork in this. It's, as I say, it's not everyone's style, but from a vampire deck perspective, I have looked at the other ones that are around, the Gothic Vampire and the Tarot Vampires and Baba Studios, whatever they're called. I don't need them. This one's fine. So, oh, and I have the second Tarot Vampire mass market deck, equally as excellent. Recommend either of them to be part of the conversation on the mass market vampire decks, but this one is my favourite because it's much darker. Next up is learning. This is the deck that taught me the most, and that I'm going to go with an old classic, the Lightseers Tarot. This one I learnt with the Deviant Moon Tarot, which was a great one for learning to read tarot with, but this one taught me beyond. So I had the deck that I learnt with, but this one taught me further into it. This one taught me more. So sorry, I'm just trying to get out the sheen. This one, just the artwork in this gave me more understanding, like the Page of Swords, with the kind of air, the books, the learnings. We're doing multiple things at once, which is quite often an air trait. This one got me into chakras with all the colours, especially in the Pentacle suit. I started to read chakra energy whilst doing tarot readings, so that was a really good sign. And there were just other cards in here which were those like pivotal moments, the Hierophant with the steps going up. I think it was the Hanged one. The Tower's just beautiful. It is a beautiful card in general for this one. Like the balance of the wheel. That Three of Wands, also that moment of looking out, like looking beyond, looking into what's beyond the sea, the water, the horizon. And this one. Love, hate this card. I hate how confident, how sure of himself this person is. whilst pulling on the strings of this person. But at the same time, this card, I mean, this one really hits home. This one really tells you when you're being manipulated, when you're manipulating yourself potentially, when you're looking to manipulate others, when you're being in control or controlled. So all those things that come with it. But yeah, that card, it is one of the Marmites. It is a definite Marmite in this deck. And there's the Hierophant. We'll finish on a nice happy. And I love that the Tree of Life at the end of the stairs. Looks like a big tree flower, if you like, at the top. Looking like a Tree of Life. Yeah. So that's my learning deck. Right, next card up. Inside Threat. The one that highlights your BS, your shadow, your ego. I'm going to pull this one because this is my original Les Vampires guidebook. Tarot deck. Oracle deck. Goodness me, get it right. So it's because I've got light source there, so I'm just trying to keep this out. We're into winter. So this is my inner, what's going on inside. This is, and I think it was Tegan actually that recently talked about this, highlighting emotions. As a complete airhead, never really thought of it like that. I always talk about this as my inner landscape. Don't connect emotions to my inner landscape. What a doofus. So I actually quite like the way that that was put. So that is now how I'm going to talk about it. It is my emotions, my inner landscape. It's just got some really beautiful cards in it. Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance, instinct. So it's very internal field deck. Lucy Cavendish is excellent at writing the guidebooks with these ones, and obviously this artwork is Jasmine Beckett-Griffiths, who might also really adore this artwork. Another reason why it's in my collection, probably the main reason it's in my collection, was for the artwork. And then I discovered the beauty of this deck through the guidebook, and just fell even more kind of enamored with this deck. So this is my Inside Threat, and I use this one, so I will leave it, I'll just leave it there a second, because the next prompt, the Outside Threat. So this is the one that alerts you to outside influences, and I use these together. So Shadows of Light guidebook. Again, it's written by Lucy Cavendish deck. Artwork is by Jasmine Beckett-Griffiths. This one is glossy, so I do apologise. And I have I cut them both down? I thought I had, actually. I thought I'd cut this one down as well. Maybe I didn't. Definitely cut this one down. As you can see, it's different size. So this one is the outer landscape, as I call it. The outside influences, like where's it coming from? So we have like Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn, Faceless Ghosts, and The Haunted Girl, Ghost People. That one's really quite intriguing when you read the guidebook entry. Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. The Carnivorous Flower Fairy, A Tempting Offer Has a High Price. The Shallow Grave, You're Missing Someone. Fairy of Highlands, It's Time to Be Brave. Oh yeah, I love this one. The Clockwork Pumpkin, A Wonderful Idea, The Aha Moment. The Nautilus. Here we have the Fairy of the Divine Hand, Death and the Maiden. So yeah, these ones are really cool to use. There's the Three Sisters, I think, in here as well. But it's not going to come up. I can't talk about the Santa Myrtus, Trick or Treating. We're here. That will forever be, for those of us that watch that film, that will forever be one of those scary, etched into your mind voices and sayings, right? But these two together do a great inner and outer and inner influence of self. Not me trying to work out how to put my cards. There they are, the three witchy sisters with compassion, empathy, sympathy, simpatico, and kindness. Power of Three. Angel of Alchemy with Miracle, and then internally we've got Ecstasy, Yielding, Rapture, and Bliss. The Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit on the outside, so spirits may be trying to give you some messages. And we've got Thirst, Craving, Compulsion, Obsession. Maybe what's blocking you from seeing what's coming. Snow Angel, The Signs Are With You Already, Reach Out. Already. And then we've got Call for Help, Reach Out, Need for Backup, Admit Your Needs. So if you've already got your signs showing from the outside world, but you can't handle them, then it's time to maybe go and seek some advice, right? So there we go. That's my inner and outer threats. Next up is the Chaos deck, the deck that occupies space and needs time for you to unpick the reading. I'm going to go with the Terra Volatile. And the reason for this one is the deck is just beautiful. I love this deck. It doesn't like talking to me. So sometimes it plays tricks with me. It doesn't give me the answers I want, always. Anyone that knows this channel for a while will know that I've been trying to read this deck for a long time. Last year it started talking to me, and I popped it back on the shelf for a little while because I wanted to rotate out some other decks, and it hasn't really spoken to me again. Didn't like it. It's got a bit of a sassy ass attitude about it, this deck, and hence the reason it takes a lot longer for me to unpick, because the images are vast and big. Sometimes they're numbered, sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's very clear what they are. Other times I've got to work out what that card is, because you can build your own deck in these. So you've got like a bunch of extra cards with the deck, and then there's also an extra suit which I've taken out. This is a standard 4-suit deck. I took the 5th suit out, but some of the extra cards went into the deck and swapped out for some of the other cards, and hence the reason it takes me a little bit longer to put down on the table. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be mixed with anything else, this deck. It's fine on its own. It does plenty. It does plenty to my brain on its own. We've got yes and no cards in here as well. So there's key, like, so we've got fertility, but I think that is my Empress card. So just, yeah, I can't put this deck down and be done and away with my reading. It's no quick read. So that's I'm going to call it my chaos deck. Okay, so the next card out is Skill. This is a deck you need the guidebook for to understand the cards due to its complexity. And I was like, I don't have that on my shelf. Like, why, you know? I do. I'm totally lying. I absolutely do. I can't even believe it didn't come to mind. It's the Tower of Holy Light by Christine Payne Towler and Michael Dowers. Where's the website? People always ask about where you get this from. I think it's norabrownfield.com. Don't know if you can see it there. norabrownfield.com. That's the website to get this deck if you're interested. So these are the backs. It's slightly off kilter with the decans because it's based on a very different set of sextants and systems from the creator. And this is super stuffed with stuff. This is like the artwork. I love the way she's done the artwork. I love the way it's been layered. I love the way it's been coloured. And you will find that I've started writing on cards because as I use it, I write on it because it's so damn complex. There we go. It's a perfect example. So I just love this deck. This one is definitely, and the guidebook, make no mistakes here, the guidebook for this one is a fat chunky MF of a guidebook. It's just got so much information in it. She is so well read on this subject, and a lot of it is based on the Masons. So excuse me swallowing so hard. It's always rude, isn't it, when somebody slurps on the camera, but I can't help it. My coffee's going cold. Forgive me. Chariot. Mind you, you can hear me swallowing most of the time, I've noticed on these videos, because I don't know how. My microphone picks that up, but it fails to pick up other things. It's crazy. So yeah, this one. This is the deck. If you like esoterics, this one is for you, definitely. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And if you like to read a bold, chunky guidebook, get yourself this. Or there's two others, I think, that's straight off the top of my head. One is the Handle Tarot, which I didn't bring down, and the other one is the Tarot of Spirit. I mean, you get plenty out of the guidebook for this one too. So it's 3 decks in my collection. Make no short mistakes that they need, again, they do need time, so I could have put them in the other prompt, but yeah, definitely. So that's this one, my skill deck. Something that brings a different point of view to the reading is I'm going to bring out the Delirious Gnarlythorn by White Rabbit Oracles. If you look up White Rabbit Oracles on Instagram or Facebook, you'll then be taken to the creators, the correct name for the creators of this deck. I can't remember off the top of my head what the names are. I'm really sorry. Don't think I have a... Anyway, yeah, you can go there and then you'll find the links to make playing cards to get this collage deck that they've created. I just think it brings a slightly different point of view to the reading table. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit murkier, and it's like more interest to the images. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, granted, but I just think it does bring a different point of view, definitely, for a tarot deck. It's definitely one of the more... It reminds me of like the 1980s. Well, no, I watched them in the 80s, but is it like the 60s, 70s? Jason and the Argonauts films. Does that make sense to anyone? Where they'd be like fighting these weird looking monstery type creatures on the beach, and you could see it was all kind of like stop motion filming and done in perspectives. But yeah, I just feel like this one brings a slightly different point of view as your Three of Swords. I like the fact we have the cranial matter in the Three of Swords for a change. But yeah, so that one is my point of view deck. Next up, Sign. A deck that gives you symbols or signs that you understand or see in everyday life. Can I just say I don't have one for that? Do you know why? I don't look for tarot in everyday life. It's in my everyday life, but I don't look for it. Maybe if I needed to pop a deck in here, it would be this one. Why this one? Because perhaps there are images that you would see. Well, I wouldn't see these things in my everyday life, to be honest. It's got a few things in here that I would see in my everyday life. I have a globe sat on my dining table. I have a very large globe that sits on my dining table. It's a black one for scrying. I see crows in my garden all the time. I don't see shields. I do have doves in the garden in summer. There are no poppets in my house. Yes, I saw that amazing moon last night, by the way, for anyone. It was the massive supermoon for October. October usually is the harvest moon. It's normally the blood moon because it's the moon that the hunters use. So it's also known as the hunter's moon. The moon that they use to, do their culling, if you want, before winter sets in, because it's such a bright moon usually, and hence the reason for the blood moon name to it. Now there is also the blood moon, as in when the sun sits behind it and causes it to glow orange, and that's a different type of blood moon altogether, as far as I've been taught anyway. But yeah, so it was really cool. But mushrooms in the garden right now, and they're poisonous, so I need to take them up. Anyway, so maybe this one, maybe these are the signs that I see things from this deck in my everyday life that I don't think of, I don't associate, I don't think back to the deck and its meaning. I don't see a coin and think, oh yeah, what did that mean in my reading? Or, I don't. I do this, I walk away, I forget it, like I'm Dory. I forget, once I've walked away, I'm done. Clarity. A deck that gives you clear answers. Well, I'm just going to put this out on the table, the Boo Tarot. It's a nice spacious deck. It's beautiful. I wanted it for a very long time, and it came back out to be posted at a reasonable price, so I was able to get hold of it. So I picked this one. It's basically an RWS. It's very cutesy, very fun, loving deck. If you know the RWS system, it's going to be a clear reader, I think. I don't think there's a lot more that you can kind of confuse on this one. And yeah, I did look to see if I could make sparkles on all of the cards, but I can't, which kind of gutted me a little bit. But I think this one's beautiful, and for this time of year it's very apt where I'm doing this tag. I was going to do the whole tag on Halloween decks, but for people that don't have any or don't like them, I didn't want to exclude you, so that's why I tried to throw in like some other decks and things into here, and hopefully, oh excuse me, can you hear my stomach? I'm hungry. We'll stop on that one. Oh, what a great card. That's yes, Very October vibes. Oh, beautiful. So that's my clarity deck. So, denial. The tech you use because you love it, but I have no idea what it says. I've got a couple. Oh God, the normal tarot, silver and gold editions. Let's just go with one. They're kind of repeat cards. This system is a system all of its own. There is a fold-out card in there. I don't know what to say. It's very glossy. It's got this very monochrome, and we've got like lots of this on it. But look at the names of the cards. 4th of Spring. So you can see it has suits. We have the Summer Queen, the Book of Songs, the Lantern in the Veil, the Winter Lady. I just love the concept, the artwork, the way the cards feel. They're lovely, slippy, glossy. They shuffle beautifully. The 5th of Summer. Some of these cards really are like, look, you just want to use it, right? I haven't got a clue. The Book of Flowers. What's that? The Lost King. When I first got it, I did sit down and I worked with the 2 decks. And of course, as with all decks, when this happens, you get to know them. And I was able to read with them, but you put 5 cards down to read with this deck. It's not like a 1-card read. You put 5 down, you try to read them together. It's almost like a Lenormand system if you want, but it's just not working for me. I mean, look at that gorgeous 8th of Autumn. I mean, that looks like the 4 of Wands, doesn't it? Like celebrations. So that, it just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? This is the problem with having massive deck collections. So here we have, you see, we have a very similar thing going on here. The Observatory. Isn't that gorgeous? That could easily be a Hermit. The First Quarter. Oh yeah, there's moon cards in here as well. Look, Spring Mother, 9th of Autumn. They're just so gorgeous. The Morning Queen. Let's just have a quick peek in the fold-out book. I have, for both of these, I also have the guidebooks that come with them. But I also have this. I think they've just done a multicoloured normal tarot release on Kickstarter. So these were Kickstarter decks. Some of my very first back decks, actually, about 6 years ago or something, 5 years ago, whenever these come out. So you can see here all the names. So we have, like, it's not even really majors, if you want. I mean, unless you want to call this the majors. And then you've got the Ghostly Observatory, and then you've got the books, and then you've got like the moons. So it's completely not what you expect it to be. So there's 2. Let's just get the other one for a laugh. Okay, so it's this one by Dominic Murphy. Well, actually, let's pick out any tarot by Dominic Murphy, to be quite honest. I just love them. I absolutely adore this man's artwork. They are so intricate. I mean, to have the talent to draw these things, but I can't. I have no idea what that means. Honestly, I don't. I have no idea. I don't even know how I get a guidebook to go with these things. So I have to keep them in order. But I've just put them out on the table every so often and look at them. Like, I really want to look at them. Like, I can't even read what this stuff says. I've not got a clue. I just absolutely love. Look, he looks so sad, a sinky ship. But yeah. What can I say? There are others I could pull out. Where people have redrawn the Thoth into images that I'm not so familiar with. So yeah. Or you know, like nature decks where I don't connect with a nature deck. That would be a perfect kind of explanation version. Oh, I don't know. Let's just get on to the next deck, shall we? Okay. Treat. A deck I treated myself to. Right, there's 2 on the table. One that arrived the other day, or last week actually, the Moonshadow Floral Vow. This is because I can't remember your name. Tapestry of Tarot? No. Oh my god. Lila, you know who you are. Shout out down below so people can find you. Showed this on their channel. They had the big version, and I haven't done a walkthrough or anything of this yet. So, ooh, you getting some new cards. Comes in 2 versions. So this is the pocket size because it's all that was left. The large green box with a book sold out. But I just wanted. It kind of reminded me of something Goddess Tarot, like black one. Night Goddess Tarot, is it? Is that what it's called? It's upstairs by my bed. I can't remember. It's not downstairs, so I can't see it. But yeah, look. Oh, just some gothic opulence to these. Like this. Yes, this is how I want my house decorated. But absolutely not, because I can't be dealing with all the dust everywhere because I have a fire. And dust gets everywhere and slate's bad enough, but this is how I want to decorate my house. I so want to live in this like black, gothic, dark, moody, overly decorated, overly saturated, gilt gold, floral decadence, but I can't. So I live in a white, stark contrast, where I can see where spiders live and where I can see where the dust sits, so I can get it cleaned off immediately. So that is one I've treated myself to recently. It really was not very expensive. So although I say I've treated myself to, it was a very inexpensive deck. And it's beautiful. But the one that I really did treat myself to, because I've been wanting it ever since it was first released and it went out of print, is the Glyph Oracle. It reappeared back in print and I just bought it. I didn't care where my funds were coming from for this. I just decided that I would fund it one way or another and make up for the missing funds as I go through. So this one is just a very moody, very gorgeous sort of, has like, with the word glyph in it, has that Egyptian inspired feels to it. And it's on my desk at the moment and I'm trying to bond with it. So I'm trying to use it now in the mornings. And I am sticking it with the other gorgeous deck on my desk. That is also a little bit decadent, and that's that one. And that's because I showed them in my pairings when I showed the flip through of this one. But this was, this was a treat when it first came out as well. So, I mean, they're both treats, but the most recent treat to me. So what we've got here. Feather with 5 of Swords, lightness, so needing to give yourself some lightness when you're in that 5 of Swords moment. Eye of Horus, omniscience, 7 of Swords, and we've like the eye, and we're highlighting the eye here. So yeah, there's you gotta look, you gotta check yourself. Vitality with the Sun and the Chariot. So yeah, that's my treat deck. Right. Having fun. A deck that makes me smile when I use it. So this is a bagged deck because it didn't come with. These are the backs. This is the Magic of Samhain Oracle deck. I've bought it on linen cardstock. This is from Amethyst Ascensions. You can go and buy these from her Ko-fi shop. And I think she does these in all different cardstocks, so you could choose what you want. So I chose the linen on purpose because I happen to really like linen cardstock for make playing cards, but it is slightly expensive, but then it all comes at different price points. Really cool. I think that let's not say anything just in case I've got that wrong and it's the other deck. There's a Halloween Gothic kind of steampunk deck as well, and it might be that one I'm getting them confused with because they look very similar vibey to me. This one makes me smile. It's just so cool. I love it. Embrace the darkness. It's part of your journey. A new dawn follows. Samhain's nights embrace the light. On your path, it has shaped your present. And it's just, I just like it. It's just beautiful. I like the whiteness of this one because so many Halloween decks come with dark black moody backgrounds. This is just a cute contrast. This one I specifically purchased to go with the PO Tarot, which is the white deck with the black line drawings on it. Fantastic match. Fantastic match. I recommend anyone do that. So this is having fun. So let's just do that, shall we? So we're talking about this one, this version. Fantastic. now I have this, I don't need any of the PO tarot decks. This one's fine. It fulfills everything I think I want for a PO deck. But together, oh yes. I mean, you might want them the other way around, but you know me. You get what you're given on the table. This is just for funsies, right? Page of Quills. It will be found, in fact, that the ingenious are always fanciful, and the truly imaginative never otherwise than analytic. And a time of healing and renewal is upon you. Three of Wells. They're having fun, aren't they? Embrace your inner witch with your power is limitless. And Wells is cups, chalices. Hopefully that makes sense. Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. Yeah, so this is my having fun. This is my place. This is me having fun. There's not many decks I put together as partners and pairs, but a few lately have started to fall into partners and pairs. This is a definite partners and pairs. I like apples and pears. Anyway, let's move on. I think we're on to the home stretch. Real Peace. That's the last one. A deck that calms you. This one I think I'm going to put down for this one. I can't not finish on one of these decks, can I? It would be wrong. So it's the mass market version of the Earthy Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. I wish they didn't take out as many of the witchy cards as they did, because I'm understanding that the original had far more witchy cards in it, but I think just as the artwork is really gorgeous. So I feel like it has a calming effect when you're looking at it. And it's just very simple, just simple keywords. If you want to use the book, you can delve into the guidebook as well. But I think from a keyword perspective, there's not too much going on. The pictures are just beautiful to look at. And I think if you can get lost in the artwork, you're calming yourself instantly, aren't you? Of course, the artwork has to be your style, but this is very, very, very gorgeous to me. So I feel this is a great one to finish on for Real Peace and calmness. These two decks, by the way, do read quite beautifully together as well. I am very much aware. Yeah, positivity, fulfillment. Should we finish with that one? Relax, for the deck that calms you. Love to hear what you guys have got. What did you pull out? And are you theming your response to this tag? So I'm going to lump this in now. I think I'm going to do, what should we call it? Spooky season. I think I'm going to hashtag this with a hashtag spooky season tags. And then I'm going to see how many I can respond to. So I'm going to hashtag two together. Hashtag spooky season tags. Hashtag bite me. aTagThatBitMe rather. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.